Hey friends, welcome to the Tail of the Dragon and yet another episode of my Martial Arts Chronicles. I'm your host, JC Garretts. I'm just now leaving the K4 Men's Tactical Retreat in Tumalo Lake, Oregon. It was a phenomenal weekend, 4 days. Right now it's Monday. We arrived on Thursday. And just a beautiful weekend of brotherhood, camaraderie, personal growth, some martial arts, of course. We went and worked on some firearms instruction, got to do some shooting, cold plunges, early mornings, late nights, all of the above. Very cathartic, very healing, very bonding. All of us men leaving here are now feeling much more in our power and alive and revitalized. Where this ties into the martial arts, I had the opportunity to give 4 instructionals to the men of the group. There was 20 of us over the 4 days. I started out with obviously some stance. We did some punches, worked on the punches, cleaned up our punches a bit, worked on the straight blast, as well as a takedown body lock, did a little bit of light sparring to the body, just like shadow sparring and whatnot, cooperative sparring as well, and just saw a lot of growth in these men. It was so fulfilling to be able to share something that I'm so deeply passionate about, and that I've spent so much time doing. Some of the stories that men were telling me after the event that really inspired me. Some of the many of the guys are looking into, when they get back home, they're going to look for a local gym and start training, continuing their practice. Some of the men were talking about wanting to go home and teach show some to their daughters and to their kids, to at least give them a little piece of action, a little action plan as to what to do in those moments. What else? One of the most rewarding pieces was, for the final day, we had a team competition, and in the event that each person had to do one event, and the event that I was chosen for was sumo wrestling. We had to wrestle your opponent and push them outside the ring, and the first person to 3 points wins. And within that, I was chosen from my team. The other team was a man named Ramon, which I'm deeply grateful that we got the opportunity to spar a bit, as well as to basically have the opportunity to compete with one of my own students. And so deeply grateful for that. He put the pressure on me for the first couple points. Really came out strong. I didn't know much of what he had in terms of grappling. I knew he had some boxing skill to him because he had pretty clean hands from what had been watching over the sessions. But I wasn't sure with wrestling, so I kind of held back and in the first couple to just kind of see where he was at and how I could best counter that. So ended up taking the W for our team on that one. But more importantly is we catalyzed growth for each other, Ramon and I, and it was really a great bonding experience. So, and he himself is it's been about 10 years, he said, since he's trained boxing, and he said he's going to when he gets home, he's going to hit back the gym again because it felt so good to start throwing the hands again in class. Another really rewarding piece in there is that one of the men was shared his story that from being bullied as a kid, he literally felt fear even when someone would raise their hands in a fighting posture, even if it were just someone playing around, someone just horsing around, a friend or family or something like that. He literally felt fear come up from within, and he didn't like being in that state. And he noticed just in the 4 sessions that we did, he felt a big chunk of that fear disappear and get worked through. He said there's still obviously a bit there. It's going to take some time to work through that all. But to see him break down and being emotional about that I helped guide him in discovering his gift of violence, as Matt Thornton says, helping him unwrap that gift. It's in there. We just need to learn how to tap into it. And it's so fucking grateful to be able to help facilitate and give him some skills in order to do that. So rewarding. And the final piece that I'm so grateful for on the martial arts front is that I got invited back to do this. This is the first year I've done it. I literally right now at this time I have more time in lead instructing classes with my K4 brothers than I do in lead instructing at SBG. I have many hours assistant instructing, but only just a couple lead instructing. So I'm so grateful to be able to cut my teeth on that. And everyone across the board, even the two men that were facilitating the retreat, Eric and Micah, were just blown away and said that I blew it out of the water and way exceeded expectations as to what they were, hoping to get. And in so, they offered me to be their lead martial arts instructor for these next events that'll be coming up in the years. They're planning on one for this year. Next year there'll be two, and they'll continue to grow them more and more as their time and space and their knowledge in how to make these retreats come to fruition. So deeply honored to share my gift, the gift of violence. So it's beautiful, deeply grateful, and looking forward to continuing to do it. So anyway, folks, that's about it for my weekend. I could go on and on because it was so magical, but I won't. I'll just share that piece and let you be. With that said, if you like what I'm doing, hopefully I inspire you. If that's the case, please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. And if you think of anyone that might find benefit in what I'm doing or might find interest in it, then please share. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching The Tail of the Dragon, and enjoy a beautiful now, my friends.